Oh, this should be a fantastic stream. Oh Lord. Oh, this should be a fantastic stream. Oh Lord. Welcome and welcome to the prison. Mr. Fosa, good morning to you.
Morning, sir.
How are we doing today?
Doing well. Hope you're safe.
I'm safe. Yeah, we're safe. A little bit of the earthquake. Yeah, but we are safe. Here on earth, nothing's happening. Now you have the kind of last. Whatever happens. Some things we can't control. So I don't understand the fear mongering and the panic. Like what will be. You can't control natural disasters in code. So you can only follow safety procedures if they are suitable and available. So I don't understand the fear mongering. Jesus Christ is coming. This one is not coming. All kinds of conspiracy theories there and there. But we are standing strong. So match day, Brighton versus Arsenal. Are you up for it?
I am. I'm always up for a game. I'm always up, especially this should be the time I think every Arsenal fan should be up for it and be with the team because look, it's not the easiest journey.
Sure.
Let's be realistic, it's the easiest journey because we know how will I describe this? Nobody can afford to drop points.
Right now.
Understand? Yes. This is the period you have to be with Liverpool fans have to be with Liverpool, Manchester City fans have to be with Manchester City, Arsenal fans have to be with Arsenal because the players and the staff, they all need us. So definitely, I'm with my team.
So I saw some very interesting statistics yesterday that Brighton have just lost one home game. So I'm hoping we'll make it to today. We know Brighton are not the best defensively. They don't play low block. They are exciting team that want to attack. They are very elaborate. They are very eccentric. So I expect us not to take advantage of the spaces they will leave behind. And how do you see the game generally? Let me ask you, how do you see the game? How do you think it will pan out?
Well, I do know there will be moments of the game will be just in some few phases will be without the ball. And we know the players are going to be alert because they know what's to come from Brighton. We know.
Sure.
Let's not act as if we don't know. We do know what's to come from Brighton. And definitely we'll give them the ball in some moments. We did that at the Emirates. No matter how good we pressed, there were moments where they beat our press and we knew we had to retreat and just keep our shape, get the ball again. So I think it might be that same thing with some tweaks in there. But one thing I'm looking forward to is the fact that Brighton will leave spaces in behind. I don't see them as that defensive team, and I don't think they will start now. And if they try to do it, it would have to be near perfect for them to keep us out. So for me, my opinion, I don't see Brighton doing that against
low
us.
block.
Yeah. So I think we have our chances. Putting in perspective the fact that we played during the midweek and some key players were rested. Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, only Odegaard played, and who was maybe let's say Kivio didn't play because as of this year, Kivio has been a key player regardless of anybody's bias or stance or whatever. Yeah. So he has been a key player for us. We also have to look at Tomiyasu returning, Smith Rowe having a very good game during the week. At least in his first full return. Then you also have Fabio Vieira, who has not been used. Then you have we still have Reece Nelson, who had a run out. Now would have expected more. So I don't know whether it's because he didn't play from the left, so maybe he was a little bit still on the right.
Yeah.
Then we are still seeing that. So looking at players now, like when I'm looking at our front line, when Martinez and Saka can come in and feature for us this weekend, I'm really excited. So I think we'll definitely take the game to them. And the players, I'm impressed with the fact that they know that they have to defend. They know that they have to make sure teams don't get a snuff against them. So I'm sure we'll be the basis of our play is defense. So definitely we'll be up for it. So
So I
I'm
understand.
expecting the game.
I saw part of the press conference from both managers, both Arteta and from De Zerbi, a bit complimentary of each other. Zerbi saying Arsenal are the best team in context of how the season is going. Remember the post-match conference he had when we met at the Emirates, where he said that Arsenal are the best team. And I remember we spoke about that game, how we stifled Brighton. The result actually
Yeah,
flattered Brighton. We have scored more goals. They had 1 or 2 chances. That was all they had. But we pressed them, we stifled them. They couldn't beat our press. We were beating their presses. That was for me, one of the best games we've played this season. But a lot of people won't give
definitely.
kudos to that. So this game, we rested.
Yeah.
We made 5 changes in midweek now. What are the which players do you expect to start this game? We can actually say, oh, one game at a time. Let's forget Bayern. We know we can't actually forget Bayern, right?
Yeah,
Even though
true.
we have to make sure our concentration is on Brighton, we can't just forget
Mm,
Bayern. So, what are the signal
definitely.
changes you're expecting in the starting lineup or starting 11 for this game?
I would love to see. I think we might see Martinelli, Jesus, and Saka.
Okay.
We might not see
So,
Kai start this game. Might, which I'm not definite on yet, but that is a possibility.
sure.
Then we might in midfield, Odegaard, Partey, and Rice is a huge possibility because in this particular game, I think Partey's passing is very important, and we need that presence in midfield to be able to to be able to win the game in midfield. Because we do
Yes.
know Brighton, in as much as they have someone like Baleba who will get back and get the ball, he's still someone that can still lose the ball. And
Ball,
having
yeah.
Partey in that midfield, we should be able to overrun Baleba, maybe Pascal Gross, and whomever they have as their third midfielder.
Don't you
So
think Partey playing this game come too quickly because we know he has been out for a long time, right? He played in midweek. He played 65 minutes in midweek, right? That was on Wednesday. Playing him starting him against Brighton on Saturday. Don't you think that's a bit too quick for him, or you think he should be able to adapt because he hasn't
that's
played too many
another,
games?
yes, of course, that's another thing. I was just thinking maybe the Luton game gave him a lot of time and a lot of fitness that, even in that game, we also have to know that as you've noted, in that game, he wasn't even able to cover a lot of ground
Yeah,
because
you
of the
can see that he has. I don't know whether this is permanent or just temporary. It looks like he has lost a yard of pace. His recovery
he
pace
made.
is not as rapid as maybe age and everything.
Yeah,
So
of course, he may have, and it may be something where as time goes on, he will get it as
yeah,
a run of the team. So maybe he's a little fearful of not overexerting himself,
putting
so
himself.
he does
Yeah.
things, as he's just fresh off. So maybe. So then in defense, I'm thinking we'll continue a Kivio, but if I tell because we might still not continue a Kivio, especially if we are going with someone with a Kivio situation. And I think with this particular proposition, Kai Havertz might start midfield because we remember his contribution against West Ham when he was shuttling left central midfield and left back with Kivio to prevent Kudus from actually having any impact on the game. So that might be a possibility of Declan Rice, Havertz and Odegaard. Then we can still go for. I would love to see Tomiyasu, but as you said, I don't think he will start. I think with Kivio, we have someone who knows the back line, especially working with Gabriel and Saliba. That
Okay.
unit as a
Let
team.
me pause you there. Let me pause you there because as much as we want to win the game convincingly, we have to make sure we don't leave our players too cold. So Tomiyasu has
Definitely.
not had fitness minutes. Tomiyasu is still a very fantastic player. We will need him if we progress against Bayern, even we need against Bayern, and if pass Bayern against Man City and Real Madrid. But he needs to play games. So for me,
Yeah,
I think this might be a perfect match to put Tomiyasu as a left back, give him some fitness minutes. He is not that horrible.
No, bro.
Even
I'm not saying
Zinchenko doesn't have enough fitness minutes yet. So
of
it's
course.
a dilemma.
I'm using the situation of let's say I'm this squad. I'm basing it off of midweek. You understand? Because we have to also look into put into perspective that Arteta made those changes. I think they coincided with us playing an inferior team in Luton.
Yeah.
Well, no disrespect to them, but more inferior team in Luton. And the fact that we have another tough game in midweek. Because let's be realistic. If we were going to play Sheffield after we finish playing what are they called, Luton, definitely would even be able to say the team that will come out. But
exactly.
With this particular one, playing with Brighton, and I would look at it and say Arteta would want to win this because it's the EPL. Against Bayern, even if we're going to play against Bayern, we know that there are two legs to hurt Bayern. With this particular one, we can't afford to drop any points because it's more a case where you drop any points, then you might be out of the title race.
Yeah.
You understand? Your chances to come back are this slim. So
very slim. Slim just passed away.
Exactly. You said?
I said Slim just passed away.
Who, Slim?
I'm just being sarcastic. I said Slim. You said
yes.
The chances will be Slim and Slim just passed away.
Yeah, that is it. It just passed away. So for me, I'm looking at it to the sense where we need all these players. Now, I'm not saying Tomiyasu can't, but I'm looking at the situation of, in the context of the game, the kind of opponents we are facing, and the kind of players they will have. Tomiyasu, if he had started and played against Sheffield, then we can say he has more fitness minutes. But that's one of the few games. But as you've also stated, he played some minutes against Man City. Some good minutes, not even minutes, some good minutes against. So he could still have a shout, a chance to actually. But I'm looking at it with who Arteta rested, who are let's say, constant and consistent players have been for the past 8 to 9 games. Kivio has been there in what he has been doing. Now, we know the first half, when the game began against Man City, he was shaky, but I think he grew into the game. Time went on, so it became more confident, which I understand is the magnitude of the game, so he could get to you a little bit. So that's why I'm putting him there with the squad, because it's based off of the changes. But Arteta might still shock us and do something different again.
Definitely. We know him. We know Arteta.
Yeah.
So I just think maybe if to do my predicted 11, right, I'll give Ben White a rest. I'll play Tomiyasu as a right back. I will not play Kivio at left. I'll play Zinchenko. I think this kind of game fits him because he will be inverting in the midfield. So there's only for Tomiyasu to invert. He'll just be a full back. In the midfield, I'll go with Rice as a 6, and I'll bring in. I'll play Smith Rowe and what's his name? Odegaard as 8 and 10, because I think this game Brighton will leave gaps. Brighton don't play low block, so I think this game will fit.
Have an issue with Smith Rowe?
No.
Okay, now that you say with Declan Rice,
that's what I'm putting. That's why I'm putting Declan Rice as a 6, not Partey, because he has the recovery pace and energy, and he's a good tackler. So we saw in the last game. We saw the defensive play of Smith Rowe. Now we know if his offensive play is fantastic. He has improved in his tracking and marking, and he's doing fantastic. So I'll go with it. And we know why I'm encouraged that we should play Smith Rowe. I'm not saying Arteta will play him, but why I'm suggesting that is because Brighton don't play low block. There'll be gaps in between. And Smith Rowe enjoys those spaces. So, and I'll rest Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz has been a tad overloaded, playing for Arsenal, playing for Germany. Yes. So I think it's time for us to rest him a little bit.
Everything,
everything. So bring in Jesus to start as our first or traditional 9. Then I'll play Saka and Martinelli, and I'll go with Raya. That'll be my team. Then Partey can come from the bench. Then if we don't really need Ben White to give him a full rest, Fabio Vieira can come in the second half. You have a healthy goal lead. I'll bring Fabio to replace Odegaard. And let's give these players that need fitness minutes. Fitness minutes, that I say it. I know it's a Premier League. You can't afford any slip up. But at the same time, these players are good
Exactly.
enough. So,
Of course, yes, they are. That's what I'm looking at, because in as much as people are saying, oh, Brighton this, Brighton that, and I'm not saying Brighton are not that dangerous. They are. But
yeah,
in their danger, they're very naive in the way they play. We
sure.
saw it. We saw it against Roma. Now, albeit that was at Rome. It was. I
Yeah.
don't think it was at.
No, it was
Was
at
it
Rome, yeah.
at Brighton?
It was at Rome. No, it was at Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not. What do they call it? It's not. It's definitely their stadium. But when I'm looking at them, those spaces are there. Those chances they are there, and I think everybody knows they would have to press very, very well today, because Brighton would want to pass. I think Arteta might approach this game with a half press. It's very likely, or if he's not going with a half press, he's going to make sure, because we saw Liverpool apply the same
method.
What's the same method against Brighton, because they went full on, and in that game, let's be realistic. I know we all watch and say, oh, Liverpool, but now on another day, Liverpool would have beaten those guys like 4 or 5, because after Brighton scored, what did they call it? They took their foot off the pedal, and that was it. So, and I'm looking at how a team like Spurs went there. Spurs weren't good on that day, right? But at least Spurs gave Brighton a scare in they might equalize. I don't know if you understand, the sense that they might have equalized based off of when Brighton were leading. Was it 4-1 or 4-2? And 4-1, then Spurs now nearly came back. So you look at all things, if you put everything there, you know. And I think we are better than Spurs defensively, attacking wise, and we can put on the pressure. I think in this game, what we are aiming to do is finish it quickly. We can finish the game of 3
quickly.
Then we know.
Because if you look at the danger man for Brighton, Joao Pedro is back. He played in the last game. I was surprised the last game against Brentford ended 0-0. We know Brighton don't know how to defend. How that game ended in 0-0 for me was surprising. And Brighton did not concede. I was actually shocked.
You watched the game, right?
I saw the game. I saw the game. I'm like, both teams had.
Sorry for cutting you short. How would you say Brentford approach, where Brentford were there, let's say, a little more technical or dangerous?
If you look at Brentford, you know what Brentford are going to do, right? They're going to put their wing backs forward, play 3 at the back, play two strikers. So the wing backs will be supplying the crosses for Ivan Toney, Ozzy Wissa, or Umbremo. So when they are defending, they become 5 at the back. For Brentford, but when you're attacking, they become like 4 attackers, 2 hard-on midfielders, then 3 at the back. So they play semi-defensive and they attack in droves. And somehow Brighton survived, because Brentford should have scored some goals, but Brighton survived it. So we know since the turn of the year, Brentford has been struggling for goals. I don't know what happened. Somehow they are struggling. Ivan Toney goals have dried up. The same Ivan Toney Arsenal fans want us to go and sign for excess 100 million. The savior that will start scoring goals for us, his goals have dried up. So I was not surprised that game ended 0-0, because both teams had decent chances, but not galore of chances, but they had decent chances. So for Brighton, I watch them every time. The Liverpool game I watched, I've seen against Man City, I've seen against Arsenal. They don't know how to defend conventionally, but all they know how to do is to try and hit you and score goals. They try to outscore you, just that they don't have quality of player to do that. The Zerbi doesn't like to defend. He just likes to possess the ball. They'll pass you around, they'll press you, they'll counter-press you. They're looking for you to make a first mistake so that they can have their own transition against you. Unfortunately, they don't have the quality of players to actually be lethal enough. So that's why I want to bring in Smith Rowe, because those gaps they will leave. So if we don't have Kai to run into those gaps, you want Smith Rowe who enjoys that has similar traits to be running into those gaps. That's why I'm thinking, why don't you bring in Smith Rowe for this game? He had a man of the match performance against what's their name? Luton. Even though we say just Luton, but look at the movement. Look at the quality of passes. Look at the fact that when he gets
Yeah,
the ball,
and
he
he could have
turns to
bagged
attack.
some goals.
He will back some goals. So that's why I'll place Smith Rowe and Odegaard against Brighton. And for security's purpose of our defense, I'll put Declan Rice at the 6, not the 8. Put him at the 6 in front of Saliba and Gabriel, and we are fit to go. And you have Tomiyasu playing the right back. He's not inverting because Zinchenko will be inverting from the left. So I just think on paper, what I'm looking at is fantastic. And I understand it's Brighton. Let's not superimpose what they did last season. Last season was fantastic. This season, they've been besieged with injuries, inconsistency. They sold their best players. They sold the Caicedo to Chelsea, McAllister to Liverpool. They didn't replace them. They didn't replace them with equal quality. So they are not as threatening as a lot of people are making them to seem like. But on a good day, they can be a dangerous team. But on a good day, Arsenal will figuratively kill a lot of teams too. So it depends on what side of the divide you are pitching your tent at. So that's it for me. So we should be beating them.
Of course.
Guys, the likes are too low. Guys, strike a like on the video. I guys hate watching. Strike the like on the video, and you're watching the playback. Be considerate. Like, we're not asking you for money. Just strike a like on the video. It is funny. So, like I said, their danger men will be Joao Pedro. Ferguson is injured. He's not playing. Incisio is back. He was on the bench on the last game. I don't think he's as sharp yet. We know my Toma, who will have been they want to worry us, is out for the season. So they don't have some of their key players in this game. So I expect us to win. I expect us to win. What do you think?
No, bro, I still expect us to. Realistically, I still expect us to win.
Yeah.
I know the reason why. Yeah, still one reason we will make some little changes today is our eye is still on the Champions League, because let's be realistic. In as much as people are saying don't this, don't that, I still see us challenging for that. You understand? And I want us to challenge for that because it's a very good chance. I know people say we don't know what might happen. Yeah, we don't know what might happen, but at least let's also try and make a push. So we're not just leaving everything up to chance. So that is what my sentiment is on this particular game. So I expect us to win regardless. I know people will say, it's Brighton, but I still expect us.
So what are the goal margins you're looking at? You want 4-0. I want us to maintain a clean sheet because I want Arsenal to get to this. I want to say there's something about that was about the Invincibles, right? They had that aura from the tunnel that we are beating you today. There's something when teams know that, these guys have been keeping a lot of clean sheets. Do we have a chance of scoring? I want Arsenal to develop that habit and that aura. So I want on that clean sheet so that before teams play us, they know that, how do we score these guys?
The amount of chance, that is what I'm trying to say. Before they come, they know they are not getting many chances. So their mind has already been destroyed. So I like that. They know. That is why as we're blazing teams. Now I understood why the blazing reduced a little bit. One situation, and two, we also have to be changing players, so we have to keep everything under wraps. You also have to put into perspective that now Luton's manager said it. He said Arsenal, they just don't give you anything. They just don't give anything away.
Nothing.
What he said? He said they suffocate you. They don't give anything away. So I'm looking at it now. Imagine the only team that has scored 3 against us this season is still Luton.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, imagine people looking at that Manchester City game and seeing that defensively. Now, that is not packing the bus.
No.
If we were packing the bus, we would have been helpless. We weren't helpless. We controlled them without the ball. What do they call it? Restraining them to just one shot on target. I'm saying what people don't understand that we mark the spaces, so they couldn't run into any spaces, and because you can pack the bus, but the superior team will exploit the spaces. I don't understand how people watch football these days. You can pack all the balls. See, I'll show an example, right? The second goal
for Brighton. No, for Liverpool against Brighton. Go and watch it. Like I said, Brighton don't know how to defend. They're trying to auxiliary park the bus. And they leave their spaces for McAllister. And he just slotted it in. Go and watch
Beautiful pass.
Man City against Arsenal. There was no space for you to slot anybody.
Yeah.
There is no space.
And if you're slotting that ball immediately, it's like shooting that ball, shooting it on someone. So they knew all those places to exploit. So that's why I'm saying it, because I'm thinking if teams are looking at us now, they will make it. Maybe they will say, if you score one goal against Arsenal,
you are lucky.
Not just lucky. Even if Arsenal should beat you 7, scoring one goal is you've won the game by scoring one goal. So that's what I think. I'm looking at 3-0 in this game. I'm looking at a 3-0 that it might be 3-0 and we can now just start moving, pushing the ball around.
I'll turn it to a ball first because some of the Arsenal fan base are, oh, he's so boring. Go and watch Con. Go and watch something else. Like, I don't understand. Man City will do it. We will hail them. Liverpool will do sometimes. We'll hail them.
Way of finishing a game.
Yeah.
I saw Man City last season. It's what my guy discussed last season. We said Arsenal's way of playing sometimes was too naive.
Yeah.
Too naive. If I'm winning 3-0, 4-0, forget see.
I'll boil it out. I will boil you out. I'll pass you out of the game.
Entertainment. F1 entertainment. I've already added to the goal difference. You understand? So that's not my business. All I care about is being professional. See, people, don't get me wrong. Goal difference is very important. But if you're in a line of priorities right now, what's the most important?
Winning.
Points
on board. Points on board.
Yeah. That is all. So we have to egg the team on for 3 points. If you can't score 10 goals, get 3 points. You understand? 1-0 is also a good win. Now, I don't want a 1-0, but 3 points. Get the 3 points, the proper 3 points. Let's get out of there onto the next one. We have Bayern on
Wednesday.
On Wednesday. The next one, and that's even good. We play on Saturday, then we play on Wednesday. That's very, very good. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's just 1 hour 30 minutes away from Brighton. So we are from Essex to London. We're still in within the same capacity or the same.
The proximity is close. So so I don't understand this entertainment. I understand beginning of the season we can be beating team, be entertaining, but when it comes to crunch time, like people will use the same lingua, the same narrative. When it comes to crunch time, it's not about just playing beautiful football, it's about winning. Yeah. Now we do it, you criticize us for it.
You go drink my daddy.
Like, come on, keep it consistent. Like, just stop it. So for me, I'm going for a 4-0 victory. I don't want to also concede. Let's keep that habit of having clean sheets. Let's keep the oral. Let's be intimidating. Then boil it out. If it's possible to boil it out, if there's a chance for you to score more than 4, score it. But there's no chance. Boil it out. Don't consider any injuries. Don't consider any silly goals, and keep it professional as possible as we can. So I am not interested in entertaining you. If you want more entertainment, go and watch the highlights between Chelsea versus Man United. Those are the clowns of the Premier League right now.
Yeah.
You see, if you want entertainment right now in the crunch time for the team at echelon, you can get entertainment. Go to the mid-table teams, right? There's Chelsea, there's Man U. You will have a lot of entertainment.
I think it's only Chelsea self that is the mid-table there. If you want entertainment, the upper side, go and look for Man U. You will laugh enough. Both teams are conceding goals left, right, and center. So
exactly.
It's one of those. So I don't know. Even their brothers Aston Villa.
It's more entertaining. So I don't get it. So I'm expecting a good match. So let's branch a little bit. Man City, I'll be going to Crystal Palace. Any hope?
No. I told you now. I don't intend to. I don't want to be roped into. It might be, because one thing with all these teams, they can do strong things to somebody.
Sure.
They can be holding that. Maybe they will score 1-0 early on in the game.
You're hoping that they can do something. They can do something.
They will leave the 1-0 lead to 78 or 85th minutes.
They don't concede.
From that 85th, they will capitulate. So that's what I don't want. I don't want, because I'm not saying when it comes to teams who have shown Manchester City pepper in the past, Crystal Palace has actually been one of those boogie teams for Manchester City.
Teams, exactly.
So looking at it now, I'm not going to say, oh, Manchester City are not those guys, because imagine they rested Haaland and KDB against Aston Villa.
Exactly. That's how bold they are. That's how bold they are.
Boy, don't come and be telling me, don't come and be handing dust about Aston Villa. So you look at that. Now you're not looking at these guys and thinking, okay, you need to be, maybe we hope that Crystal Palace can do something. Then we see that.
So in a nutshell, you are not hopeful.
I don't want to be invested in it. Yeah, I don't want to be invested. If they do it, I will be shocked and happy. But if they don't, I'm not going to give myself that expectation that, oh, they might. Now I know there's a new manager, they're home, and the home crowd can be, because you don't know, these home crowds, they can just be intimidating sometimes. So it can be one of those things. It might. So, but I don't want to be invested to say, oh, Crystal Palace, this. No, let me just keep my
water dry.
What do they call it? My sanity.
I'll say logically, let's not be shameful. Let's put on our thinking hats and caps on. There is no chance that Crystal Palace can get any result against Man City logically. But this is football. So if Oli say easy, I'll be cheering for this and easy. And for real, see, Man City this season, let's not, this is objectively speaking, they always leave the door open. Man City always leave the door open. Now, can you bust inside? It's up to you. Man City always leave the door open. Liverpool leave the door open. It's only Arsenal that always screw the door and say, no, let's lock it and throw the key away. No chance. So
because I'm looking at it. If I'm looking at it, I'm still going to look at it and think, okay, fine, they score. Can you keep the attacking threat out for the remaining? Because I'm looking at, even if Saliba and Gabriel were able to hold Haaland, we all know it's those guys.
Those guys, how many defenders can do that? How many defenders can actually hold that Man City?
Exactly.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. You just hope. I'm not logically thinking Crystal Palace can actually even get a draw at Selhurst Park against Man City. I'm just saying the 1% hope. You see, it's 1%. Is the 1% hope that is the anomaly. It's not the normal thing. So let's see what can happen. And we've seen Crystal Palace, like you said, is a boogie team to Man City. So that's we hope I'm holding on to that. They can do us a favor. And to do us that favor, it'll be nice.
Of course.
They can. So
what about your guy?
Who?
The other ones are the red side of Manchester.
See, the Manchester United versus Liverpool tomorrow. Say, Manchester United don't have fit defenders to play that game.
Yeah.
So there's no hope for anybody, any Arsenal fans hoping that Manchester United can do us a favor. They don't have fit defenders. They only have Maguire fit for that game. So there is no chance. Now, it's not impossible that football is a crazy game. It's not, because if you watch the FA Cup that Man United actually beat Liverpool, I was disgusted because Liverpool allowed themselves to be brought down to Manchester United level. Now, you can't allow that.
Of course.
Now, I will not be shocked again. Manchester United will bring Liverpool down to their level again tomorrow if they're not careful. No, if they're not careful. When you play the likes of Manchester United and certain teams, if you go and play, it's like fighting with a madman. Both of you have to be naked. So, unless Liverpool say, no, we are going to control the game and not stoop low to their level, then they'll actually more match Man United. But if they fall for that trick one more time, if you fall for that one more time, then we can be hopeful. But logically, Liverpool will blitz them. Even at Old Trafford, I don't care. It will be a beat down. It will be a beat down. That's what I say.
Yeah, because that's what I say. I don't want to get myself hyped up. Oh, what's good? Then before you know, these one of them they'll just hold it on. Now, hold on, and
See,
disappoint.
there's more chance. There's more chance of Crystal Palace beating Man City than Man United beating Liverpool. That's like I say it. There's more chance of Crystal Palace beating Man City than Man United beating Liverpool. That's how bad Man U are right now.
I just think, yeah, the amount of chances there. But mine is Liverpool. You understand? You know, they are not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Let's hope it's not sustainable. It's tomorrow they will fall with it's not sustainable. But mine is what I'm also looking at, as you said, fit defenders.
Yeah.
If they at least had, let's say, if it was Casemiro, it was Varane and Maguire, okay.
Maguire, okay, there's a chance. Yeah. Or Johnny Evans. Or Johnny Evans. They're all injured apart from Maguire. They're all injured. And the youngster that played that day, who was actually celebrating before the win, like Kambala is not just good enough. Like against the likes of Salah, Nunes. Nah, sorry. No chance.
Yeah, you understand. Thinking about it makes you
Diaz, no chance. So I don't see it happening. I don't see it.
Oh.
Matthias says that we need money to beat Liverpool. I wish they can't. Logically, now I'm not saying it's impossible. That I am Mr. is discussing. It's not just plausible. It's not plausible. We all wish they don't have fit defenders. Look at their midfield. You see Casemiro, he can't even run anymore. The legs are gone. Bruno Fernandes will be petulant on the pitch, always crying and moaning, complaining about fouls.
This guy doesn't do anything again.
Oh.
What's his name? Rashford.
Oh, no, he will score tomorrow. Trust me. That's what he used that to buy a lot of benevolence from Man United fans, the daft Man United fans. He will score a goal tomorrow and will fade out like a bad fat. That's what he does. He will score a cracking goal to buy himself a contract, buy himself time, buy himself some clout, buy some arguments. Is a Rashford fanboys will be on Twitter tweeting, oh, look at that goal. Can your star boy do this? Can your star girl do this? All kinds of nonsense. But guess what? It will just fade out of the game. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Stop, I'm laughing out loud. Your dream rants, stop. I'm laughing out loud. You're right. No, see, what I'm still saying is that Manchester United are a messed up team. Rashford is a messed up player until the English press, right, and their media and their fan bases actually become objective and logical. Man United will still stay in that dumpster fire. Remember, some Arsenal fans wanted to keep Aubameyang at all costs, even though we could see he's declining, he's not productive, he's not adding anything. That is what Rashford is doing at Man United. He will just come on goal and live on that goal forever.
Look at that goal against Man City.
Yeah, look at that goal he scored against us. So that's what he does. He has that specialty in doing those nonsense. He has that specialty. So rants and bans team. I'm not in any rants and bans team. Nah. I'm not in any rants and bans team. Nah.
What I see is one. I don't think Rashford will start that game.
I can assure you he'll start. 100%.
Over Garnacho or Anthony.
Yeah, he will start. He will start because he provides them with the stardust, which is he will score 1 or 2 goals for them during the counter attack.
Yeah. That's
the
problem. What I'm looking at is, at the end of the day, people always say, oh, the goal. But it's not good for you to play as though you are you have 10 men. I don't know if you understand, because that's the situation Man you have, because you can be on the team, score, but you need to kind of defend, win the ball, so that you go again, so that the team has fear.
He
But
won't do
you're
that.
not providing them with fear.
He won't do that. That's who he is. We have to now accept Rashford for what he is and who he is. He will not defend. Look, watch Man U games, right? You see him very lethargic with a funny body language. People say he just see. Rashford did not have that same body language when he was staying at the youth team because he hasn't made it at that time. So go and watch Rashford's history. So
last season, he didn't have that body language
when he was about to sign contract. See, you have to understand. See, Rashford is selling Man United fans a dream. He is selling them a dream, and they are buying for it. They are falling for it rather consistently. He sells them a dream. See, it's the hope that kills you. Maybe he can do it again. You see, last season, right? He scores so amount of goals. Maybe he can do it again. Baba, he's not doing it again.
You know why? You know why he can't? Because this time now, this is what it is. Ten Hag is trying to bring some coordination, and these guys are like, how do I call it? The chaos misfits. They don't need any style. No. Don't give them ball. Maybe they just the runner.
Wrong.
Because now they're trying. Ten Hag wants to play control, but these guys are used to that
chaos factor.
Yeah, let's just run. So they don't have it. So for
me,
I don't feel they can just look at Rashford and just say, okay, since PSG, because I've seen people that time were saying, please, PSG.
Let's be real. The Gino Laurent, one of the most credible French journalists, said the PSG are not interested. There is nobody with a sane mind and brain that wants to acquire Rashford. For what? He's a luxury player who is stuck on stupid. He's a luxury player stuck on stupid. He is not going to change. He thinks he's bigger than life because he was scoring 1 or 2 goals, and it's some part of the fan base will be hoisting him up. He is not going to change. He's not.
I know that one. I think one team will buy.
What team?
Amortization FC.
See, I understand my Amortization FC have been stupid, but come on, there's a time you just wake up from your stupidity and just say it's time to wake up. There is nobody buying Rashford. See, Rashford would not leave that healthy contract to another team. See, you don't. Will you leave that contract? Will you leave that contract?
No, I ain't leaving that.
We die here. We die. See, we die here. Send me to train with the kids. I will go and train with the kids. We die here. So see, it's time for us to wake up. Man United fans deserve what they are getting. The British journalists and fans deserve what they are getting. They overhype these players to high heavens when these players are average players, and they deserve what they're getting. So it is what it is. The best English players are in at Arsenal. Ben White, Declan Rice. They're the best.
Yeah.
All the other players are overhyped. They are overhyped, from Rashford to Paul Palmer to Foden. Like, they're overhyped.
Yeah, this is my thing. Whenever I hear this Palmer nonsense, you understand? Now, people say nonsense. Oh, the guy can ball. Now, I'm not saying you will not see the technical and the aesthetic side.
Yeah.
We saw football. We saw it dribbling, doing some skill. We used to see Saka doing it. But what makes it funny is this, right?
Yeah.
I was hearing this stupid guy on Football Terrorist, Don, another clown, saying Saka was overhyped. Now, this is what makes it funny. To show how much, I always say, if you're saying Saka is overhyped, right, and Palmer is better, imagine two friendlies they called Palmer for England. Saka wasn't with the English squad, yet Palmer did not play anyone.
They'll say Southgate it doesn't rate him.
Yeah,
that would be their pushback.
Yeah, but look at what makes it funny, right?
Yeah,
I remember when Saka has always been improving his numbers. Last season, he improved his numbers very well.
Yeah.
Now, what made it funny this one was when Saka improved those numbers. Are you seeing the way they marked Saka this season?
They don't care.
Saka has had to. You know how many times they've kicked Saka? That's the funny thing. How many times do they kick Saka? The referees don't give yellow cards, don't give to make players scared. They just keep whacking Saka, kicking and all. Yet Saka has been performing. Look at Saka's numbers. Okay, this year, Palmer has had 8 penalties in the, what do they call it? In the Premier League. Now, I'm not all those people that will say, oh, he should not score the penalty. If I had the penalties too, I'll
take it.
Yeah. But there's a difference. At Arsenal, right, it's not only Saka. You can hoist Saka as a star, but you've forgotten there's Odegaard. There's Martinelli. There's Jesus. There's Kai. Not everything goes through Saka alone. Other people also have to play. So the idea, whenever they come to bring up this Saka argument, Saka is also playing in the Champions League. He's playing in that tournament. And you see his goal contributions. Mr. Foden that they've been hoisting up and down. We don't know his real position till this day.
See. So me, it's funny that when you came up,
too short. Sorry.
Okay.
This idea that they are saying Foden is the best player in the world. I don't know if it's me. If I'm the one that's, because I know I'm not insane. I'm not running mad.
Obviously.
But they are just Foden, best player in the world.
See, I've been saying it, and I think I've said it to you. I said the media is the new weapon of mass destruction. Meaning, if you're not careful, you'll be programmed wrongly. People, if you push a lie and repeat a lie as often as possible, some people will actually believe it's the truth. Like Saka has been, like I say, has shown us constantly for 5 years.
Yeah.
Foden is having the benefit of being in a team that has won title, so it's really embellished. Nobody's saying Foden is not more aesthetically pleasing than Saka. I admit, Foden is more aesthetically pleasing than Saka, but you can't be. I like aesthetically pleasing players, but you have to actually still contribute empirically to the team. There is no coach in the world. See, that's why people are funny. Coaches in the world that we respect. Pep is one of the best managers. Up till now, Pep has not found a permanent position for Foden. What does that tell you? This is a non-argument.
Yeah.
Southgate, okay, he's not the best manager. He has not found a permanent position for Foden. Don't you find that interesting? Dr. Mao say that is suspicious. That is suspicious.
Excuse me?
No, like that's Foden. See, Foden will end up like Barkley and Rodwell and Dele Alli. He will play for Everton. See, give Foden 2-3 years. He will play for Everton. I'm not wishing bad on any player. I'm telling you boldly that Foden will play for Everton. Because I've seen this movie too many times. When they overhype these average players because they're having a purple patch. It's a purple patch. See, is Foden's purple patch greater than Dele Alli's purple patch? Dele Alli was on the midfield. People are saying, "Oh, Real Madrid will want him. It's the next best thing." The young player. Where is Dele Alli now? Where is Dele Alli? Okay, let me ask. Where is Dele Alli?
In rehabilitation.
No, I'm not mocking it. No. Do you know what I'm saying? So that some woke people get triggered. Some people like to feel offended for nothing. We are just using it for the context of this argument.
Yeah,
I'm not against people's mental health. It's not shame. I'm just saying this is where it puts undue pressure on average players.
Let's not even go to what are they calling Dele Alli. Let's go to Ross Barkley. Where is Ross Barkley?
Luton. Luton. He was supposed to be the next best thing. He was supposed to be the next best thing. So where is he? Remember Fabian Delph? Fabian Delph too was overhyped. Where is Fabian Delph? Where is he?
Jack Grealish.
Jack Grealish. One trick pony. See, let me ask you a question. Do you think without Jack Grealish, Man City will still won the treble?
Yes. Facts.
But these English pundits and their content creators will try to rationalize that it contributed what? Now, okay, it contributed drinking to the team, sure, but footballing wise,
See,
nothing.
let's be factual here, right? Saka goes to Man City, he starts at Man City.
Yeah.
Look at all this nonsense with their what do they call this guy? With
Folding
Bernardo
and Palmer. Yeah.
Folding with Bernardo Silva. See, the day Saka goes there, that league, that wing is done.
It's done.
You understand? Nobody's collecting it from him.
Yeah.
You understand? Let's be factual here. It's not going there, but I'm just saying if he ever was there, because we know where he's playing. Foden today is playing here. Tomorrow is playing here. You will hear somebody say, I think he's best. You're still thinking about his best position at 24. Saka is not even up to 23 yet. And you're thinking about Foden's best position.
Up to now.
His best position is down the middle. And yet, at England, if Foden was that guy, you're telling me in midfield is not Declan Rice, Bellingham, and Foden. You people are looking for a third midfielder to partner. So we are looking at that. He's not that guy.
He's not that guy. He's not.
Then
he's just high.
They'll push him to the left. Okay, Saka didn't play against Brazil. Foden, ball up.
Nothing.
Ball up. Nothing.
At the World Cup, remember at the World Cup, they started with Foden until they brought Saka in and the Euros. Let's stop it.
World Cup, where was Foden? See, all these arguments and all, everywhere their best players were supposed to be. Saka has been there and he has done it. You understand?
I maintained it.
I'm looking at it. Saka has come out in best young player in the league.
Yeah.
Saka has been what do they call it? Arsenal player of the year for how many seasons now? The same Saka has turned out in EPL team of the season.
Yeah.
The same Saka went to the World Cup. Vinicius was there. Who was not there in that tournament? Neymar, all those players. Yet Saka still turned out in the World Cup team of the tournament. If you now want to come and start talking, Saka is still there. One of the most valuable players in the world. He should be one of the most valuable youngsters in the world. So this idea that you are hoisting Foden is not that guy.
Let me tell you. For the first time, I agree to some cynical people. Maybe it's just the shade of this thing.
See, I believe. See, I know what it is, because it's either becoming a weird thing or it's becoming the hatred of us now. Because I don't understand.
Yeah,
it's one of the two. Because for how many years, if we say Saka Ballon, you can see why I do not like when people tell me, "Oh, this guy won this trophy." Don't be stupid. You won a trophy, right? We look at too many things. Without you, would your team have won that trophy? Yes. You understand? In our team, boldly, any trophy we win, we will say Saka is one of the chief contributors.
Key players, he has to be.
So
exactly.
It's nonsense. Okay, people are saying aesthetically pleasing. It's for them aesthetically pleasing that Odegaard.
Exactly.
So it's not even an argument. So we want to call this nonsense. It's nonsense. Because I'm looking, how many assists? Odegaard is not that midfielder because he's not spamming it like De Bruyne.
Like De Bruyne, yeah.
De Bruyne has always, somebody posted it and said it. When it comes to ability, De Bruyne in his next life does not have it.
Does not understand?
Sometimes we look at context. Who was playing in front of Ozil? Are you telling me Ozil had Haaland? He will not score.
You will have the 20 assists. He will have 20 assists. He will have a lot of assists. So
Ozil had 19 assists. And
they will never give context. So shout out to you for coming on this stream. Let's rest a little bit. Guess what he did? It has been a fantastic one, previewing the match. Brighton against Arsenal. Then we went to the predicted 11. Then we actually gave our own opinion on the Saka, Foden, and Palmer conversation. So, guys, you're watching on the playback. Be kind enough to strike the like button. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't cost you a penny. The like button is like this, right? The like button is like this. Just strike it. Like it doesn't cost you anything. And don't be a hater. So, if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Very, very important. So, Mr. Efosa, your last words as we go. maybe we'll come back and do the starting 11 show when the lineup comes out. We'll do it for 10 to 15 minutes before we actually watch the match. We don't. The reason I don't do watch along is because I might say something on the live stream I'll regret forever. So that's why I don't do watch along.
Yeah, you understand.
Yeah,
Let me see it in the private. I prefer to watch football privately.
Exactly. Private.
Don't disturb. Nobody will come and start. I will look at the game for myself.
Exactly.
So I don't want to do something and they will clip it. It will start making the rounds. So.
I embarrass my family and myself.
So your last words.
Well, Arsenal win, to top the table this weekend. That is my.
We should. Yeah, we should.
Top the table. Yeah. At the end of the weekend, be on.
Yeah. So I hope we can top the table at the end of the weekend, but Liverpool, there will be those strikes. There will be those strikes.
Yeah.
But let's top the table for Saturday night. So let's top the table for Saturday night.
Then whatever happens.
Well, whatever happens. So let's do our own job. So and let's see what will happen. So guys, like the video, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. I should be back for the starting 11 show. If Mr. Foster is available, he will join me. If not, I'll do it by myself. So guys, watch out for that. Like the video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and we'll see you guys next one. Bye for now.